Okay.
Hi guys, this is Loudens Team KMB showing you his dragunity deck.
Alright. Well, let's get started.
Oh, what did you place to at the region?
I placed 53. I kind of got fucked on a technicality, but this is the deck I ran, and you might end up seeing more of these because after I beat everybody, they started looking for dragunities. So what I ran for the darks is one Red Eyes Darkness Metal, double Smorg, and a Zephyros. Zephyros put in a shit ton of work, getting the combos. Thanks to Zephyros, I figured out how to make my opponent draw 20 times if they drop a Max C. I ran double Messeltane. I still like him. I wouldn't drop him out, but whenever in a tournament, it just seems like every time I only got to actually summon him once, and it seems like every time I drew him, I lost. But sometimes you can do that with any card. I run the Ducks. Triple Ducks for the Synchro engine. Obviously, got to run it. I run triple Legionnaire because he pops 2 cards, and whenever your Inzector players think they're trying to be cute and play D-Fissure, you can still go with Achilles plays because guess what? Achilles can summon from the hand. And then the Phalanx. Just obvious Synchro engine. Tune out, go into Advisory on it, equip the Achilles. One time, one of my opponents had a Solemn Warning set face down, thought I was going to go for the Stardust play. I equipped the Achilles, popped the other card, which was a Mirror Force, and then attacked for game.
So why 3 Achilles? Because that's not a common tech I usually see.
Okay,
why
well, one main reason is because if they have a Macrocosmos on the field, you summon from hand, you can equip the Legionnaire, and then you're still not going to get his effect, but you can still pop around the big beaters. Every single one of my wins is pretty much because of these guys. Legionnaire Achilles play. These guys set up your defense. These guys are your offense. These guys will be like I said, they go for your turn 0 offense. These guys will put in work. One time, on one of my duels, I only summoned him and won just because of that. Just sat there and beat face. Yeah. So that was definitely the main team of the deck. Definitely. I run double Valor. Valor is not dead. Macro can hurt, but that's why you run more back row hate. Valor is pretty self-explanatory. 3 Ravine, can't run the deck without it. Cards of Consonance, it's your draw power, your D-draw for the deck. 1 Terraforming, because 3 is just ridiculous. There's no reason to have 3. Those other 2 Terraformings can be anything else. 1 Foolish. The one time I started out Foolish, I actually lost to my teammate. And because I lost to my teammate, that's why I didn't get my invite this time around. I run the double Lance because it's your anti-stun. Especially whenever they're trying to go with that 1-for-1 compulse or whatever. It's just no, you don't get to do that stuff. I run double Night Beam. This is, like I said, a team tech. We decided that whenever you're running field spells, Foolish Heavy Storm is no good. And why do I need to pop anything when I have Achilles? It just makes sense. I run the double MST, and I blind MST every time and hit what I'm looking for. And if I don't, I'll get it with I'll do it with the Legionnaire Achilles play. 1 Monster Reborn, Bottomless, and like I said, I do not run the Trinity. Compulse because it's probably the best 1-for-1 trap in the game. A Starlight Road because Heavy Storm is a card. The Solemn Brigade, pretty self-explanatory, stops things. God says no, or maybe.
So anything main deck that you would change?
Not
or
a thing.
Any thoughts or anything you want to explain a little more main deck?
Well, main deck is you got to know how to play the deck. You can't just. It's not a Dino Rabbit deck. You can't just go in there and think that the deck's gonna run exactly how you want it. You're gonna have to make your own plays happen. It's not a luck deck, not for sure. But I wouldn't change a thing. Just because I win X3 doesn't mean it's a bad deck. It just means that I just didn't draw. My opponent just happened to draw better than me. For the extra deck, I run one Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon and Ackley's is pretty funny. I run double Stardust because I run a Starlight Road and I can go into him pretty easily. I run one Gatorage. He is broken. He's a Solemn Warning with he's a not Solemn Warning, Dragon Ravine with wings. It gets you into that Zephyros play quicker. Gets you special summoning a lot more. Only noobs go into the Vajrayana play. This thing wins games.
What you've done before?
Huh?
What? Nothing.
What I've done before. Yeah, whenever I was new at the deck, although I didn't make this deck.
That's true.
Double Vajrayana because 3 is too cloggy. You need to make room for other cards in your deck. And there's really never a time when you need it more than 2.
Yeah.
One Catastor because Catastor is a card. One Zinmaze because you can go into it. And the one time I didn't, I actually lost a duel. That's my first. And then the Abyss Dweller, I tried to go into him once and he got warning, but it was a good bait. But I never really needed to. I was just doing it.
You got him out against my duel against me too.
Yeah, but didn't you warning him?
No, I didn't warning him. I just got over him with Decker Valley.
Yeah. So it was, it's a card.
Yeah, it's a Soul Drain.
Exabeetle, he's pretty amazing. He's a Scrap Dragon, except that he can send a card. You equip him with Achilles, and it does a double pop. Pretty boss. And then he's weak, so you just overlay him for Thunder Charger. And then we go the double Attune. 3's too cloggy. You only ever need to go into 2 most of the time. Sometimes you don't even need the second one. And then the Thunder Chargers for the overlay because it's a piercer and it wins games. And then your Photon Strike Bouncer. And I actually won a game before. Won a game just because of him because Cowboy's a card.
Any changes to the extra deck?
I
can't see.
The one that I might change is the Abyss Dweller, but still, the Atlanteans are cards.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why you really run him. For the side, I run double Electric Virus. It actually won me a game because Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit is my hardest matchup, and I beat 2 of them, and the deck just couldn't produce for the third one. Double Kitty. He's just busted. I've been running him for a long time, and this card just anything that sends anything from your hand is just busted. And if your opponent knows this is the one card you have in your hand, and they have that Mind Crush on the field, they will not play it. They will not play it. And if they do, they're bad. Card Destruction. Because Card Destruction, I run it in this deck because if someone drops a Max C, I can make them draw 20 times and then discard. I didn't get to do it, but I did side it in once. And I didn't happen to draw it. Pretty self-explanatory with the system downs. Light Imprisoning Mirror because Agents is a pretty shitty matchup whenever they draw all their Heralds. Shadow because of Dark Worlds, and that's pretty much it. Just stop the Dark Worlds. Oh yeah, and the Inzectors. This one card will shut down Inzectors. And Anti-Spell, spell books, anything that uses a lot of spell cards. Matter of fact, you play Simorg and you play this card, and Dark Worlds can't play anymore.
That's actually a question I got for you. Why do you run the Smorgs, the Dark Smorgs?
Because it wins games. I actually won a game because I played. I filled my field up with all my dragons and then summoned Simorg. He looked at his hand and scooped. I run a Debunk, Fairies. And then I run Chain Disappearance, Inzectors, and whatever's low. And then I run Soul Drain because Atlanteans are cards, broken cards. But I wouldn't change anything about it except for maybe the Abyss Dweller, but who knows. And this is we're gonna sign out here.